Papa. Hi, Papa.
Huh?
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm fine. Wait.
Who am I?
I don't know. Wait a minute.
Henry,
Yes, y'all.
I found your music. You want your music now?
What's up to you?
Okay, let's try your music, okay? And then you tell me if it's too loud or not.
Then he is given an iPod containing, we know, his favorite music. And immediately he lights up. His face assumes expression, his eyes open wide. He starts to sing and to rock and to move his arms, and he's being animated by the music.
And he used to always sit on the unit with his head like this. He didn't really talk to much people. And then when I introduced the music to him, this is his reaction ever since.
The philosopher Kant once called music the quickening art, and Henry is being quickened, he's being brought to life.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the music for 1 second, okay? Just to ask you a few questions. Okay? I'm going to give it back to you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The effect of this doesn't stop, because when the headphones are taken off, Henry, normally mute and virtually unable to answer the simplest yes or no questions, is quite voluble.
Henry,
Yeah.
do you like the iPod? Do you like the music you're hearing?
Yes.
Tell me about your music.
Well, I don't have one, I mean.
Do you like music?
Yeah, I'm crazy about music. You play beautiful music, beautiful sound. Beautiful.
Did you play music when you were did you like music when you were young?
Yes, I went to big dances and things.
What was your favorite music when you were young?
Well, I guess, well, Cab Calloway was my number one band guy. I liked it. They did the hold it, the holly, the hill it, the hold it, the mill it, the holly, the ah.
What was your favorite Cab Calloway song?
Oh, I'll be home there for Christmas. Oh, you can count and plan on me with plenty of snow, mistletoe, present wrapped around your tree. Ow!
So in some sense, Henry is restored to himself. He has remembered who he is, and he's reacquired his identity for a while through the power of music.
What does music do to you?
Give me the feeling of love, romance. Figure right now the world need to come into music, singing. You got beautiful music here. Beautiful, oh, lovely. And I feel the band of love, the dream. The Lord came to me, made me holy. I'm a holy man. So he gave me this sound. I'll just say, I meet you. Let me see. Rosalie, won't you love me? Rosalie, won't you be sweet and kind?
With this beautiful new technology, you can have all the music which is significant for you in something as big as a matchbox or whatever. And I think this may be very, very important in helping to animate, organize, and bring a sense of identity back to people who are out of it. Otherwise, music will bring them back into it, into their own personhood, their own memories, their own autobiographies.
Well-known writer and neurologist Oliver Sacks is exploring the idea of how the brain reacts to music. He is trying to figure out why some brains can't decode music at all, while others are sensitive to the slightest musical nuance.
In general, I'm a Bach lover and have always been, even when I was a kid, when I was 5, I'm told that I was asked what my favorite things in the world were, and I said smoked salmon and Bach. And 70 years later, it's still pretty much the same.
In his quest, Dr. Sachs is offering himself up as a test subject. A team of neuroscientists at Columbia University have designed a test that will reveal if the brain of Dr. Sachs loves Bach as much as he does.
And roll back and forth.
Hal Hinkle gives Dr. Sachs a device to rate his emotions, while at the same time, a scan will record the activity of his brain. He'll hear 2 pieces of music, one by Bach and one by Beethoven. First the Bach, then the Beethoven. The composers are different, but the music shares certain qualities.
Oliver, that completes the first emotional scan. I would like to hear how that was for you.
The Bach sort of blew me away, especially that point where the soprano came in and there was a wonderful harmonic modulation. But the Beethoven, I'm afraid, sort of left me flat.
The results of the scan amazingly seem to confirm his feelings.
What you can see just in an immediate overview here is that this is your Bach brain and this is your Beethoven brain.
Sorry, Ludwig.
Yeah, sorry, Ludwig. There's not much there.
Bach clearly excited much of his brain, including the many regions essential to appreciating the complexity of music. But unlike Beethoven, Bach activated the amygdala, which is vital to processing emotions.
Here we see large activity associated with the right amygdala when you're listening to Bach. There is none of that when you are listening to this very comparable piece in Beethoven.
But during another part of the test, Dr. Sachs was unable to distinguish Bach from Beethoven.
Again, we'd like to hear what your response was to it.
Well, I'm sort of confused. I could hardly differentiate Bach from Beethoven, and that doesn't seem to move me very much.
But his brain tells a different story.
The remarkable finding for you was even when you might have thought it was Beethoven,
Even when I was confused.
your brain can tell Bach from Beethoven.
Dr. Sachs clearly favors Bach over Beethoven. Even when he couldn't tell them apart, the brain scan on the left still shows increased activity. So in fact, his brain recognizes the difference and makes its preference clear.
And so my brain knows even when I don't.
That's the conclusion.
Right.
Your brain can distinguish them even when you don't.
Uh-huh.